backed by the traditional power brokers.
Close family members. So nobody imposes anybody on Nigeria. They have their own views, they have a right to their views.
Well, because the talk has been that since 1960, I mean, most presidents have been handpicked. But Tinubu actually bulldozed.
Who handpicked Buhari?
Power. But it's finally difficult to govern.
Who handpicked Buhari? Who?
Well, a section of the military actually supported him.
No. If there's anything else, the only president that I knew the Ellis didn't support was Buhari. We had to leapfrog over and above the heads of the Ellis to the masses to get Buhari into government. That is the truth. So there's nothing. Well, you can have somebody like Obasanjo is very active politically and he has strong opinions. But I mean, for a man who was one of the best presidents, I still think Obasanjo was the best president Nigeria ever had. I still believe so. And naturally, he will have an idea he will be passionate about who governs. Because these soldiers are really more patriotic than us, having risked their lives at one time or the other for this country. They have higher stake in trying to see that things work. But that is not to say they...
But do you hold the same view that people say that Tinubu bulldozed himself to power through money, using money?
Oh, if nobody says it, I will say it. If nobody has ever said it, I will say it. It's money, he bought it. Ebola worked on the value of greed in the human mind, in the human being.
I don't know about power brokers, because that's one thing that we do in this country that is taking us down the road every year. Now, power brokers or not, they only have one vote. And with due respect to the names you mentioned, they don't carry any weight anymore. If a government wants to do the right things, first of all, think about God, whatever you're doing. Second of all, think about the people. Now, does IBB and the rest, do they care about people? No, it's about themselves. Because bottom line is when the person that they back gets elected, they want to claim the credit and appoint their people to become whoever, which is wrong. I'm sorry to keep saying this, Nigerians are suffering.
Tinubu has gone ahead to stabilize his presidency by focusing on governance challenges, despite that his key contenders, that's PDP's Atiku Abubakar and LP's Peter Obi, have continued to challenge his presidency through constant criticism of government policies under the APC-led federal government.
One of the very few politicians in Nigeria that had a vision, drove that vision, and realized the vision. So whatever he's doing now couldn't have been on impulse. They are products of well put together thought and researches. I think the first thing you will see, you will observe in the Tinubu administration is a tendency to be conciliatory. We can start talking even from the latest cybersecurity levy, to engagement with ASU, and so on and so on, with the the expatriate levy, for every issue that comes into the public space and critics had raised issues, it provided a period of cooling down by suspending, that policy for purpose of engagement.
Flowing in droves while other people are just watching. So I don't understand this type of government. Before I never associated him with a tribalist or a sectionalist. I never associated him with this. But since he came into government, I find it very difficult to say he's not one. If you talk about election, talking to me on the election, don't ever use the word won. He didn't win it, he rigged it. I'll repeat it until I die. With the knife on my neck, I'll say he didn't win. He knows he didn't win. I used to say this, if there's something in this room and we go out and we find that it is missing, the man who stole it knows he's the one that stole it. We might not know, we'll be accusing each other, but he knows. So they know what they did. I mean, they're humans. They know what they did. They know how they did it. The only charitable thing I can say is that they're in government. But as to how they got there, we will never agree. I mean, they know it. We agree. They know it. And they know I know it.
what the president has done is to look at the environment historically, the economic environment historically, and determine this is how we need to move away from what we have been going through. What had been the characterization, the major characterization of the Nigerian economy is a boom and bust character, where when we have...
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you, my people. We're back here again. It's another day. Today's Tuesday, 28th of May, 2024. It's very unfortunate that we still have this satanic set of people defending the indefensible. After 1 year in office, there's hunger in the land. A lot of people have lost their lives. Kidnapping, insecurity have overshadowed the country. A lot is happening right now in the country. We still see people shamelessly coming out to defend this satanic government. It's crazy. To be honest, I have been told don't not to take things personal. But sometimes you don't know when you do that. Because it's crazy. It's really, really, really crazy. Some people don't have shame. Then my question is, these people that normally come on air to still talk about this, defend this satanic set of people, do they have children? That maybe, for example, when you get home and say, Daddy, I watched you earlier on Arise, you were lying, Daddy. You are the greatest liar I know, Daddy. Can't the children tell the daddy that? It's crazy. 1 year in office, Tinubu is saying that Nigeria is not bleeding anymore. 1 year in office, 12 months in office. Then you are saying is people coming out to say that Tinubu is the best president that we have ever seen in Nigeria. Just 1 year in office. We still have 3 years to go. Probably though, just probably, because someone like Tinubu, I don't know how I want to remove him, but I'm here looking on this merger, whatever that is currently going on right now, plan and toxic discussion that is going on right now. I don't know how you guys are going to achieve this because I'm not part of it. You see, people still come out. Just imagine the people that have lost their lives for the past 1 year. I understand some satanic set of people listening to me right now will say, it's a normal thing, Mr. Najawash, calm down. Your body today, take them easy. It's a normal thing. So you think it's a normal thing for people to die? It's a normal thing for people to starve to death? It's a normal thing for human beings to be kidnapped for personal gain? I don't understand. I have tried everything possible to understand the situation of our country. It's difficult to understand. I saw an article the other day or a statement, somebody saying that if they explain Nigeria to you and you understand, that means the person that explained Nigeria to you did not explain it well. Yes, it's difficult to understand. At this moment, we're supposed to see more voices out there, voices like from our elders, from our religious leaders, from our traditional leaders, from the concerned Nigerians. We're supposed to be hearing more voice at this moment. First of all, I want to thank every platform that is talking about the situation that is affecting us right now in Nigeria. I don't care what kind of platform you have, or small or big, as long as you are talking about the things that's affecting us right now, God bless you. I've said it multiple times. We need 50 platforms like Nigeria was. 50. I'm not a selfish person. Who told you that we can do it alone? If you think that we can do it alone, you're joking. We need 50 consistent platform that will be coming out every blessed day to talk about what is affecting us. It's crazy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. Mother of all, mommy diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy, for all you do. I appreciate you always, always, always. Wisdom, Lucky, Pacha, Nofe, my dear sister. Thank you very much. Good evening to you all. Today is 28th of May, 2024. Marvin tomorrow says, Stella Macedo, CXL, Abu Azi. God bless you all. Bryce Strasser, promise to do Brazil, Sabo Konrai. Thank you very much. Mr. Abu Azi, thank you very much, sir, for all you do. I appreciate you always. Thank you, Odile Former. Thank you very much. Shizoba, can see right there. Miracle B once more. Queen Osifo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Etin, I can see you. Kes, TBT, thank you. I appreciate you. Emmanuel Shooks is right there with us. Ace also said, sorry, Daddy, thank you. Good evening to you. Push Mom in the building. BTV Nigeria, thank you very much. Now God bless you. Now, George Fosa, good evening to you. Appreciate you. Clifford Isabel, thank you very much. Stephanie Ojeke, thank you very much for the super chat. You're the first super chat of today. I want to say I'm grateful. May God bless you. Your pocket never run dry. Mike Akumbare, my brother, I can see right there. Good evening to you. I can see more people right there. You see Andrew, Mason Omorige, Leonard Anozie, Samson Omorige, Jeko Obedient. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ben Osahon, my brother, I can see right there as well. Thank you very much. Emmanuel Okoye, thank you, thank you. Ijidima in the building, Gift I14 in the building. God bless every one of you. Now, God, I will bless you, now, my people. Press on the like button, help us to share. Let our voices go far, my wonderful people. You all remember that after the 2023 general election, some of these religious leaders, they said Tinubu was ordained by God, while some of them said Tinubu will be the best that will restore or rather help Nigeria. A lot of them were saying different things at that time. To be honest, if maybe Tinubu turned out to be what they're describing to be, I will use my platform to praise him. That's my kind of person. You all know me. Even though how he got into power is, I'm not pleased with it. A lot of Nigerians are not pleased with it, but I'm telling you, if not because they choose to be satanic, if Tinubu has got into that power by fire, by force, and he started doing the right thing, I bet you 90% of Nigerians that were hating him, that were angry how he got into power would have been singing his praises today. It's just that unfortunately, this is where we find ourselves. I normally call it see finish. Nigerian leaders don't have no single respect for the citizens. They don't care about us. They are not interested how you think, how you feel, what you're passing through. They don't have regard for us. So it is called see finish. Some of these pastors, some of them, they say they don't jackpot, they don't run commot. I don't know, but now use a matter to come. We are going to be listening to all this shortly. You know that Pastor Kumuyi have relocated with his wife or family to the United Kingdom. I was surprised when I saw that video. I was like, wow. So, you know, Pastors Kumuyi, that we had some deep conversation, heated session on this platform. You know, when he raised praises on Tinubu, that Tinubu is the best man for the job or whatever, blah, blah, blah. He have jackpot out of Nigeria. I was like, wow. Now, true with it, because somebody told me, you know, on Nigeria we only work with facts. You know, if I cannot see it, I don't talk about it. That's me. I need to see it. In case if I talk about it, I'll show it to you as well. In case any satanic people that is listening to us right now want to blackmail us tomorrow, we can go back to the video and say, no, we showcase the primary source before we started talking. So somebody told me 3 days ago, but I don't see the video, I don't see the article, although I didn't do any research about it. I just counted it as inconsequential. But today, as I enter Kekenape, the Kekenape can take me, they go for a side Twitter. And I say, make I drop for one job to another. I can see one video. Because he said, now this man had to talk, so I be na doctored video. I don't know. So I said, I carry the video, come on and tell me whether a doctor video or it's not real video. You know, no say, yeah, we know they no finish. We they learn from each others. Let's see this video.
I'm from Nigeria, but I'm based in London, United Kingdom now.
Now hear that? I've been a year away. I'm from Nigeria, or I'm in Nigeria, but I'm based in the United Kingdom now. Let's hear that again.
Well, I'm from Nigeria, but I'm based in London, United Kingdom now.
Epafa, why you japa? What did happen? Why do you choose to leave us all in Nigeria? We are looking up to you now. Let's listen to that again.
Well, I'm from Nigeria, but I'm based in London, United Kingdom now. We belong to the Deeper Life Bible Church. And the Bible Church started in 1973 with 15 people, but now in Nigeria we're about 1 million in membership. And then we're in about 60 countries all over the world. And then we have the church also in the UK. We have about 40 branches in the UK, and we're growing very much. And learned about Sunday Adelaja for a long time, because according to his testimony, you have all heard, that got converted actually under my ministry. And in the first 6 months of his Christian life, he was in the Deeper Life Bible Church before he traveled over here to the USSR at that time to study. And then he now came to the Ukraine to begin this great work of God. Coming over here and seeing the work firsthand, I'm really impressed that this is a great work of God, and the Lord is really working with the embassy of God.
Okay, I'm just going to stop that video right there. That is Pastor Kumi, right? I bet you can tell me, say a lot of things are happening currently on social media. Let's take that part again quickly.
Well, I'm from Nigeria, but I'm based in London, United Kingdom now.
Okay. I don't say social media is very powerful. A lot is happening. Do you think that was doctored, or Pastor Kumi they told by himself like that, saying though Jackpot coming from Nigeria? Okay, I'm posting out a link right now for those of you that want to join us, because I like to be communicating with somebody right now. My presentation is almost done. So let me post out a link. If you're coming in, click on the link, join us here. Let's talk about the things that's affecting you and I. I appreciate every one of you right there. For those of you just coming in right now, God bless you now. But meanwhile, Dr. Charles Apoti, I've responded to this particular video indirectly and directly. So I'd like us to quickly listen to what he has to say.
A man of value, a person of value and high net worth. Send a message to +234 70 via WhatsApp, and I will send you the flyer of how to register for the seminar. Political leaders in Africa and in Nigeria are hypocrites. I am an ordained clergyman. It is hypocrisy. One of the fathers of the faith, so-called fathers of the faith in Nigeria, I use the word so-called, recently was being interviewed, and he said, we have 1 million members in Nigeria. We have our branches of our church in 60 countries. And I'm now in the UK. We have I'm now based in the UK. We have members in branches in the UK. So I am now based in the UK. Mumu Christian, Mumu Nigerian, use your brain. Daddy G.O., Daddy this, Daddy Apoki, Mama Apoki, Daddy that. Use your head well. Use your head well. Imagine a man abandoning 1 million of his children after telling them that they should stand by Tinubu, that God brought Tinubu to build Nigeria. He has run to London. He'll be telling you to pray. Do you have common sense? Do you have common sense at all? He did not, they will tell you, you are with this commission, this family, this. Let me tell you, they are not in the same boat with you. It is you and your fellow masses that are in the boat. When the wind and the storm becomes difficult, they will paddle and leave. In fact, they are even in an aircraft carrier. They will fly and leave you. Katima with his beautiful wife, bang, 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 in London. And you are here. They are fighting me over Tinubu, over this, over that. They have left you. You are fighting me over my criticism of government and church and your tribesmen and whatever. They have left you. You are hungry. You are buying fuel at 800 naira per liter. You can't buy dollars. They are there now making pound sterling. And the branches in Nigeria here, they will be minting money, collecting offerings, and be sending to them. And you here, you will buy 2.5 kilograms of gari for 3,500. Okabomama, go hard now to get sense. The easiest weapon to use to deceive you now is the Bible and the Quran. When they want to do operation, they go overseas. All their children are overseas, like mine. My own are there. My own are there. My grandchild is there. The ones here, I will send them there. Can you afford to do that? Can you afford to do that? When I talk about money, shut up your mouth and use your brain. The people are not in the same boat with you. They have gone to London. We are now based in London. You know, sweet from out. Meanwhile, you are still at Ajangbadi. You're still at Ajangbadi. You're still at Ohunrumwekwesu. You are the Eremu Kokwari and Otokutu. No Kokoko. Carrying Bible, shaking your head. Father, this country, Father. And then when I say the truth, you open your dumb mouth to attack me. I can easily relocate. Some of my children are citizens where they are. I can easily relocate. But what will I tell the next generation? I'll be traveling out of the country. But most times when I get there, I am angry why we can't build a great nation. You, the youths that type with free data, we are leaving you behind. If you like, support my wicked generation to destroy your children's generation. If you like. I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I have a...
Okay, thank you very much, my people. That is Dr. Charles Apoki. Now they talk to some of them will not get sense for Nigeria. And they talk to them, say, even me, myself, when they talk, he say, my children, they are abroad, now, no. If you guys want to continue to defend the evils, now, no. Now, true talk. If I tell you 90% of my panelists, many of them are doing well. They live abroad, they have their children, their wife and husbands in abroad. Although we have love for our country, we come out every day, say how we can have a better country. But some of you that lives in Nigeria, the baffling part of it is that you insult us, you try to bring us down. But meanwhile, that is all I have for you guys today in terms of video. I'd like us to quickly take this article right here so that we can move on. Now, God bless you, our people. Thank you very much. Press on the like button for us to share. The link we posted that earlier on. Guys, press on the link and join us here. Let's talk about the things that's affecting you and I. Press on the dollar sign as well. Encourage our work here, my people, so that we can do more for you. Let's encourage our own. It's very, very important, to keep our own close to ourselves. If not, these politicians, they are doing lots to make sure they silence everybody. But meanwhile, I'd like us to move on. The article that I have for you guys today, I think I have about 4. So let me quickly take them as we move on. I'll start with Charlie Boy. As you can see right there, why Soyinka should no longer be taken seriously. Charlie Boy and I talked this one. So I don't really want to go there. If you want to read more, just go to Daily Post. It's right there because of time. So I don't want to emphasize more on it. But meanwhile, I have another article for you here. A pathetic one for that. Boko Haram raid Niger village for hours, killed 8, abducted 160 persons. In Nigeria. In our own country, these are happening. That is the surprising part of it. It's happening in our own country. So then we have another one. It's another pathetic headline for you. This one happened in Buhari village. Bandit evade Buhari's home state, kill several villagers. Yes, this is it. This is it. When we talk to people, don't like us. Say, what are you talking about? What do you know? So shut up there. That's what some people do to us. But meanwhile, I would like to quickly move on by taking reactions on what happened yesterday, because a lot of people are still reacting to the decision that our principal might likely take to go for a measure with PDP, even if it requires going back to structure of criminality. Then this one is saying Peter Obi Giningori. Obi also said he's extremely desperate. So I'm desperate to see Nigeria work. But they're trying to turn that desperate fact to something else right now. Then I have someone else here, Emmanuel, man of the people. God bless you always. Rainy praises on Peter Obi. And another person is right there say, so the structure is looking for other structures. I will wait to see him merge with Atiku. I told you guys yesterday that some Nigerians are patiently waiting. They don't even want to talk now. We that is already talking, you might see that, oh, we talk too much. Some Nigerians are waiting for this to happen before you see their true color. Because a lot of them are not going to be happy that we are going back to PDP and all that. But what do I know? So we have another one there from Echo Dog saying that APC and other power intoxicated politicians, please learn from Peter Obi and GEG. Let the citizens' interest be your ambitions and not power being your ambition. Yes, that one, I support that comment. What we have from Shuku said, the same factor that are responsible for Nnamdi Kanu still being detained illegally by DSS in Nigeria, despite court orders, are the reasons why Peter Obi is not the president of Nigeria and he will never be the president of Nigeria. That's Chuku Biafra. I talk that one. British factor, Igbo factor. That's what it right up. Then we have another person here, Chamobai, Chamobi or Bai, I don't know. Politicians swingling, Abi, swishing, Nigeria politics, no wonder they say it is. You know, dash, 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 dash. While the second to the last is saying, dash out is saying, whatever alliance you are taking is for you and your family and your likes. Ohinri, Eri, I don't know what that means. So that means I'm not part of it, you know. We have Amarashi saying, Peter Obi, leave Nigeria for Hausa, Yoruba, Fulani. They are one people. Nigeria belongs to them. Your country is Republic of Biafra. Fight for independence only. If you will hear, if you fix Nigeria in 4 or 8 years, when you step down in 1 month, they will crash everything. All right, my people, that is it. I've done my part today. I think we should start talking right now. Where are my people? Nobody on the panel, apart from Mother Patricia right here with me. Since we don't have much people yet, I will try to quickly extend my presentation here. Although people are already talking, okay, I will do that later because I have something I wanted to show you guys. We have Madam Origin with us. Madam Origin, thank you very much. Ma?
Good evening.
Thank you, Madam Patricia. Thank you very much.
I want one more than a million, though. I'm not only.
All right. Thank you, Ma. Thank you. Thank you. Let me come to you shortly. Madam Origin, it's good to have you on the show, man. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Hello, my people. Hello, wonderful people. Hello, my family. Hello. Today, Mr. Niger will just give me extra minutes.
Yes, you can have that extra minutes for now because we don't have enough people with us.
We don't have enough people. I see that. I am so glad to be part of this team. Like I said yesterday, please continue to pat yourself at the back. We all are doing good. I greet you, Mama Diaspora, my wonderful mother. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you again. You have brought solace to our hearts by giving us a son that is not giving us hiccup, is not giving us headache, he stands for truth in place of hardship. It's so hard now, but he is here. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch, for your resilience, your tenacity, your ruggedness, your consistency. It will never go unrewarded. You see, whatever we are doing here, I plead with everyone. Do not remove your eyes on dismantling the old order. This old order, while we are pursuing on good governance, while we are pushing this Titanic, don't remove your eyes that this old order must be dismantled. I am going to take us, and I'm going to tell you to please do help Mr. Peter Gregory Obi. What you're going to help do for him is do never, you see all these things, they're running their mouths on this and that going on, all of everything going on. They are talking from two sides. These old criminals, well, they are what they are. They lie, they rely, and they lie, and it is what it is. Help research. Before you believe anything, research. This is what I think is going on. You see that thing I call COCCSALS, Coalition of Corrupted Criminals Seeking a Soft Landing. They are looking for a way to suck Mr. Peter Gregory Obi into looking for a way, because they are trapped. They know that Nigerians are awake. They know that Nigerians are angry. I take you to Fayoshe. This is an example. Like I said, please go and research, go back to their archives, see their antecedents, see what they have been doing. That will let you know what is going on. Fayoshe, a few days after the election, he came out on TV. At least there were two of them, although three, that he said he spoke, and I was like, wow. Fayoshe is the former governor of the state. I gave you a few clips. He said, politicians, we are the greatest enemy of the society. I'm quoting Fayoshe. Fayoshe said, if Obi had run under PDP, he would have lost for very obvious reasons. They know. He said again, he said, majority of PDP Senate presidents and even the president have left PDP. Even during the election, they were quiet because of the evil in PDP. So why are they trying to rope Mr. Peter Gregory? Let me tell you what's going on. They have all this evil that is going on in Labour Party, going on. They are trying to disorganize the obedience. They are trying to shift our minds, make us, distrust. We will not distrust Mr. Peter Gregory until he make the mistake. Because when he moves away and join them, that's when we know that we are now truly orphans. We have one man that we are voting on. Then Fayoshe said, he said, Nigeria governors from both PDP and APC, he said, serving governors, APC, PDP, before the election, they met in Delta State to decide who they give this, which means these people this is highest level of wickedness. Why they push the people to go, people find 80 people, people were all manner of evil. These people have already in their coven done the inhuman things that no normal human being can do. Pushing the people and destroying lives just for money. They all lost why did they lose their own elections? They did not even mind their own turupus, but they are working so hard to put this man in authority. Why? He even said, go and ask how PDP, lost the Kwara state, which is a state. What am I saying? I'm telling you people, everybody please wake up. Do not rest until this evil quagmire that has been put our country is dismantled. There is never trust any one of them. I don't believe that they have our good intention to ask Mr. Peter to march. And I tell you, sir, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi, sir, our principal, please, sir, you are one. For now, it's only you we have. Don't let them. They know that with you and the obedience and all the well-meaning Nigerians, we can win this battle. So don't join anybody. Look at thank you, Mr. Dr. Charles Apoki. Thank you, sir. Thank you for speaking up. Thank you for all you do. Don't be surprised, all these
Okay.
property people, they have all jackpot. And we are here. And they are top. Anyway, let me rest it. Mr. Niger Watch, God bless you for giving me time to talk.
Thank you, man.
God bless
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. All right, at least you got opportunity to speak longer today. We don't have enough people this at this moment. Okay, thank you guys for your time with us. Okay, I missed another call. Please call back. I think it's too early to be calling you if you want to talk right now. Okay, let me quickly appreciate those of you that are just coming in. You know, please help us to do your part, press on the like, and help us to share. And let's take it from here. Madam Patricia, thank you very much, man. You know, for your time with us. Good evening to you, man. Please, I'd like you to talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Evans. Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
Good evening to the comment section people. Thank you for joining the broadcast today. Of course, good evening to Mommy in the Diaspora. Before I proceed, let me ask you people to do us the favor to press on the like and share button and subscribe and the bell as well. Press on that bell so that you will be one of the first people to be notified once Niger Watch come on. And surely the dollar sign, that's the most important one because that one put ginger on Mr. Evans, heart to know that at least he's appreciated for what he is doing. So please let us do that. God bless you. Mr. Evans, wow. Every day we are at so different one with the year. And so it's good. It's very good because Nigerians they will learn. They will learn the hard way. Because I don't see any
They are already
reason.
they are
Yes,
already
because
learning.
yes, Mr. Evans, you know, suffering is a choice. I will say that. I will fully knock my chest, beat my chest and say suffering is a choice. If you don't want to suffer, there are steps you take in life to avoid you that luxury of suffering, you know. So suffering is a choice. Nigerians choose to suffer. It's not about whether you're educated or you're not educated. It's not about that. It's about what is in your inside. What do you condone with? What do you accept? And what do you say, oh no, I can't take this. I will have to change it. So for me, suffering is a choice. It's a choice that people make. Poverty also is a choice. Nobody can tell me that poverty is not a choice because if it's not a choice, how come somebody from a very poor background can still be able to become somebody when he determines to become? So it's a choice. It's a choice you make. So Nigerians, what they are getting is their choice. It's their choice. Because if it's not their choice, they would have known what to do. Even now, they would have still know what to do. So, Mami and you there, they cry for them. And you cannot cry more than the bereaved. If you as we are speaking now, yes, there are those that are really suffering in Nigeria, but there are also those that don't care. They are living their life as though everything is going fine, and they are not willing to change the status quo. Not because it's benefiting them, because they have found a place where they can also be able to be having their own ikuje. So they don't care what is happening. So in that regard, it's a choice that they made as well. That as long as I am okay and my family is fine, then everybody should be fine. If they're not fine, they should go to the street, hit the street, and do what they like. But for me, I'm fine. If not, why do you think the military is not moving out? If so, I mean, just imagine how can they be okay if they are not content with what they are getting. They have the gun already now, so they can go out, oppress one or two, get their kuje, and enter their house. The police the same thing. Okay. Then the Nigerians that doesn't have gun or knife, what do? They also oppress one another to take what they want, and everybody, you know. So that's why I say it's a choice. It's a choice. The life they are living is a choice. So, and until everybody come together collectively and say no, we don't want to go this direction anymore, nothing will change. It doesn't matter how much we talk, how much we stay on and keep fighting. Yes, but there must be a determination from the people. There must be a reaction, you know. They must react, to what is happening to their environment. They must respond adequately to the dying, dire issues that they are faced with. They must respond aggressively to address it. And until we see that, nothing will change. Nothing will change. Okay, how many people have you seen now? This Pastor Kumai that's run his studio out now, saying now he's in the UK. I remember he was the one saying the Nigerians should pray for Tinubu. Why he knew how Tinubu got to the place. Yet he said Nigerians should pray for Tinubu. So that Tinubu was Nigerians' choice. It was God's choice for Nigeria. I mean, okay, but now he's run away. He's abandoned them. So is that not something for them to now to have caused a great opera, you know, since the day he left and when he made that statement? I mean, from his member, he said he claimed to have over 1 million followers in Nigeria, over 1 million members in Nigeria. So that statement he made that he has moved now, he live in UK now, should have caused, you know, should have caused some unrest in that nation for them to tell him, oh no, you can't give us such a counsel and then you run away and leave us. But that's not what we are seeing. That's not what we are seeing. It's people that are not even in his church that are carrying the news. The church people, they are all they are sleeping. So what do you say? What do we do? So it's until Nigerians wake up and say, look, we are not going to have this. Nothing will change. So that's why I say suffering is a choice. They choose to suffer and smile. So let them suffer and smile because everybody should know what is good for themselves. Yeah, I don't think anybody. There's nobody. I don't think there's anybody that doesn't know what is good for them. Everybody is born with that, you know, intuition or inner discernment to know what is good for them. So when things are not that way, you have a choice either to accept it or to say no, I reject it. And when you say you reject it, you must take action. You can't only say I reject it. There must be a corresponding action to you rejecting it. So, and that action is what we are not seeing. Everyone is crying. They are crying secretly or crying openly, like the ones this the something the first people that you bring on. They are ranting to me. They are ranting. They are just ranting because they are on ground. And if that energy is putting there to be doing all those shows, he is able to mobilize people of his kind. I think wherever he is, they will feel it. So, but it's not doing that. It's coming there and So all those are just show. Until we take this thing out of show, you know, and bring it to really demonstration of our plight and anger, nothing will change. So it's obvious that Nigerians are not ready yet. But Obi, like I said, I beg, the measure will happen and heaven will not go fall. Now the year it will happen and heaven will not go fall. E no go fall. All these are politicians. No, now people want to be deceived. You can be deceived as much as you want. For me, I've said it and I still stand my ground. This merger will happen. All na show. All na show. Nigeria not get anybody who wants save am for now. Now hear me. In all day until na ready to save una sef. Now the people wey need the oppression, all of them go know say una don serious. Until then, nothing dey happen. Una come, make una dey shout, make una dey dream. Even when una dey can, if he come sef, he cannot still do it. He can't. He can't because one, Nigeria as a people must determine what they want and how they want to be governed. They must determine it. It must not be the people that is governing you, telling you this is how I want to govern you. You must be the one telling them this is how we want this is how I want to be ruled. This is how I want my situation to be addressed. You are the one that wear the shoe. You are the one that feels the pain. They don't know what you are feeling. And until you tell them they cannot be decided for you, you have to be carried along in whatever decision they are making. Then there will not be a obvious and a positive change in the lives of Nigerians. Because you cannot tell me you know me, therefore you know what I like. No, you have to get my consent. At least if you don't get my consent, we can organize ourselves. They know who to meet. They know, and those people who will organize, they will meet the people in their nomenclature in their different community. Okay, this is the situation. How do we address? So we put head together, brainstorm, and have a holistic opinion of how every one of us want to be governed, and so on and so forth. Otherwise, they will just be doing what they like. It's what they like that they are doing. Nobody has come to serve Nigeria. They have all come to serve themselves and their children. And until Nigerians stand up to tell them, listen, this country, we all own this country together. And nobody is, whether a first or second class or third class citizen, everybody owns this country. Equal rights. Until we come out and do that, nothing will change. It doesn't matter who you put there. It will never ever matter. It's Nigerians that must be able to follow through the process of true democracy. Without that, forget it. It's not about going to vote. You can go and vote, and the moment you are leaving there, everything changes. And the moment you put people there, who is the Senate, people that you vote for, Senate of Assembly, everything, they go there and they don't represent you. Why? Because you have not determined what you want and how you want them to speak for you. Before they take a decision in those places, they're supposed to consult their constituency. They're supposed. They're not supposed to just go there and they bring any bill, they just sign it, they just agree. They're supposed to come back to their constituency and address the matter on their grassroots and say, look, this is the bill they are posting, this is the bill they are bringing. What do we do? This is our constituency, this is our life, this is our children's life. This any decision I am making over there is going to affect every one of us and even our generation to come. So what do we do? Are we agreeing to this or are we not agreeing to this? We decide, not the one they are doing now. They are just taking decisions on behalf of Nigerians. Nigerians don't even know that they are selling them out. They don't even know anything because Nigerians are not participating in this so-called arrangement called demonstration of grace. It's not even it's a demonstration of grace. That's what they are practicing. Because if it's democracy, they're supposed to know that the people, you are representing the people, so the people decide. You don't go there to just sign any bill. They can raise the bill, yes, of course, but you don't have the right to say yes. The ayes have it immediately, they vote on it, and then they hit the table and say, yeah, the ayes have it. It doesn't matter whether your constitution or your constituency is being sold, your people is being sold or not. Not like that. So until we decide, nothing will change. So Nigerians, when you decide, you will take your country back. Mr. Ives, I'll leave it at that. I can see that Mr. Jonathan is already there. So let me leave him also to talk. Thank you so much. I'm grateful.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Patricia. Thank you for that wonderful submission. God bless you. Mr. Jonathan, you know, see, they like make you talk today. Before the pack come, make you quick talk to us, Nazan. Don't really do
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I greet you once again. God bless you. Thanks for the work you are doing. I greet my fellow panelists, Madam Patricia. Welcome. I greet all the panel, those on the comment section, those that are listening and watching. I greet everyone. Please take time to like this broadcast and share. And if you have not, please also subscribe. Thank you and welcome. Let me quickly say this on this major thing. And I really don't want to, for me, I don't think it's worth anything again to say until we see it happen. But my own opinion here is that I don't believe that the merger will happen. I don't believe so. I don't see any need for the merger. At best, maybe a new political party. Because what is the need for the merger? Because after sitting down and going through this more deeply, the question is, what is the need? What is it? Because when you want to do something, there must be a reason for it. A person of the likes of the standard or the stature of Mr. Peter Obi will not just do something without reason. What is the reason for the merger? Mr. Peter Obi himself, I believe, has to state that the cogent reason for the merger. I want to hear these reasons come out from Obi. But I must say that I know these reasons. For me, I know this reason or some of these reasons, but I will not preempt. I will not preempt anybody. Let Mr. Peter Obi say it clearly. And those who believe that there will be merger, the reasons for the merger. I think that's when the conversation can then go on, whether those reasons are tenable reasons, they are reasons that are, that add up or not. But we just leave it at that, because I don't believe so that there will be merger. What we're seeing now is just, it's part of politics. But I want to say this, with what Dr. Charles said. He said something. He said the easiest weapon to deceive Nigerians is through the Bible or the Quran. Yes, it has always been like that. And until Nigerians open up their heads, they open up their brain, it will continue for a very, very long time. They will continue to be deceived. Even sometimes when you see the people that are deceiving thousands, in some cases millions, when you even look at them deeply, they are empty heads. They don't even have, just because they carry Bible or Quran, and they deceive people, and people continue to fall flat for it. Until Nigerians wake up, this will continue. There is no ending unless they wake up. As it is in the religious setting, so it is also in the political space. Until Nigerians wake up, open up their brains, they will still continue to be deceived. The deception is Nigeria is on a daily basis. It goes on. I mean, you wake up every day, you see new chapter. I mean, it's endless. The deception is endless. They just come up with, and the funny part of it is that these deceptions are not even smart ones. But they have taken Nigerians for granted to the point where they just throw anything. When you are even trying to deceive, you will come up with some, very smart, sophisticated, moves to deceive. But now in Nigeria, they are not even, it's just like somebody will just wake up, let's just go and throw this out there. They will just take it. They have taken Nigeria to that point where Nigerians can't even think. One of the fake pastors even said it, I think yesterday, that most Nigerians are not educated, especially the politicians and the so-called elite. They are not educated, because if they are educated, Nigeria will not be what it is right now. That is why they can wake up. An uneducated person, so-called uneducated person, can wake up in the morning and tell Nigerians that Nigeria is not bleeding anymore. That is economically, socially, infrastructurally, that Nigeria is not bleeding anymore. That there's no, in other words, you are saying that everything is fine in Nigeria, that things are normal. It takes an uneducated person to say that in this day, Nigeria. It will take an uneducated person to say that this last 1 year of this present government is okay. It does not matter what all the, wherever you have been, the schools you have attended, the certificate you have gathered together or amassed together. 2, 3, 4 master's degree, PhD, doctorate degree. It does not matter. You are still an illiterate in this space. Anything you don't know, that you don't know about, you don't have a clue about, in that area, you are an illiterate. You don't know, these guys don't know anything about governance. They don't know anything about people. They don't know anything about compassion. So they are illiterates. So we have a bunch of illiterates calling the shots in Nigeria. All over the space, there are a bunch of illiterates. Put them together. All of them. Because if you are not, if in your field, if you are in a particular field and somebody is saying something that is not right, you will not agree. You say, no, it is not the case. It's like telling a doctor how to diagnose a patient. And you are not even a doctor. And then the doctor will sit down there looking at you. Then you have to question that doctor if he's a doctor at all in the first place. So even those that are saying they are economists, those that they are saying they are experts, and they are seeing all these things happening, and they cannot question it or come out and say, no, it is not so. You question them also. You question their education, what they say they have. You have to question it. That's why, yes, these people are a bunch of illiterates. How a president, someone who is a president of a country will come out in the last few days commissioning projects that was already commissioned in the past. You are recommissioning it, and you say those are achievements. Can you even see that? How they have taken the country for granted so much? They have taken the people for granted. Saying that you are going to commission over 300 roads. That's how they have taken the people for granted, that they can just say anything. People cannot think. These are dummies. Just say it. They will just go out there and say something. In 1 year, your achievement is that you are celebrating the third mainland bridge, the refurbishment of the third mainland bridge in Nigeria of today. That's a celebration. You have a president that cannot come out and talk to the people and speak to his own people one-on-one. 1 year anniversary. Maybe they will run. Maybe if they hear this on social media, across social media today. Today is still 28. Maybe they can still rush it and put it together. Do a rush interview. Tomorrow is 29. Maybe they can do it. Because they should know themselves that this is below the standard for any. If you say you are a government and you spend 1 year in office, you are globetrotting the whole country, using your power, conducting press conferences, lying to the people, but you cannot stay one-on-one with the media, face them, the leader, Mr. President. You cannot sit one-on-one, unscripted. I dare you tomorrow. After all, you have gone on that road trip. You are bragging. Your ministers are already bragging. I dare you tomorrow. Sit one-on-one, unscripted, interview tomorrow to come and brag about your achievements. Do it tomorrow. Call the media. You cannot have a one-on-one session with your people, the citizens, the people that gave you their right for you to superintend over them. You cannot talk to them, but you are bragging. Catch me if you can. That's the case. Catch me if you can. I will say it anyways. Unscripted questions. If you know you have achieved anything at all in this 1 year, I dare all of you, Ononuga, all of you, I dare you all. Ungelele, I dare you all. Come out and face the media unscripted and come and talk about the achievement of this government in the last 1 year. Not all these organized conferences, press conferences that your ministers are doing. No, not all that one. A president after 1 year. Are you kidding me now? Third Mainland Bridge, refurbished Third Mainland Bridge, the coastal highway. That's what you are parading as success. Come and Mr. Tinubu, go to one primary school in Nigeria that you are proud of and stand in front of that primary school and say, yes, this is the standard in the last 1 year. I do that. Go to one secondary school in Nigeria. At least you claim that you won 19 states. Pick one of those 19 states. At least you have more than 15 governors. Go to them now, arrange with one of those governors. Go to one public school in one of those states and stay in front of that public primary school and be proud as a president inside the class and talk to Nigerians. Inside one of those classrooms. Go to one secondary school and do that. Go to one teaching hospital in Nigeria. The federal teaching hospitals. That's where you're supposed to be, projecting yourself, projecting your successes in the last 1 year. That's what you're supposed to do. Inaugurating flyovers, pave roads, relaunching projects that have already been commissioned, relaunching them again, and you say those are successes. When Nigerians have gotten deeper into poverty, when inflation is skyrocketing continually on a daily basis. And those are the things you can project to Nigerians. I dare you, tomorrow is the 29th. Have a press conference. If you want to talk about, you are proud of your successes. Come out, you are the president. Come out and face Nigerians. Face the media, unscripted. Even do social media. Let people send in their questions. If you are proud and you are confident, let them moderate it. Let your people moderate it. Let your people screen the questions also, so that Nigeria can send in their questions via social media. Let them ask you questions, Mr. President. If you know you are proud and you are sure of your successes, do that. You have not faced Nigeria once, almost 365 days, and you are saying successes. Are you kidding me now? Because you have taken Nigerians for granted. Because first of all, we have to say this, first of all, you don't have the mandate of the people. You never had the mandate of the Nigerian people. You don't have the national acceptance, period. You don't have it. If you have the mandate of the people, you will go to the people. Aside from the north, aside from the southwest, where you won by only less than 250,000, all the southwest combined together, all the 6 states in the southwest combined together, you won with less than 250,000 votes. The other 5 regions, you lost. You lost. All the other 5 geopolitical zones, you lost. And even where you came, you claim that you come from, you barely won it. So you don't have the mandate of the Nigerian people. If you do, come out. And if you want to change the perception, come out. Visit schools, visit hospitals. Let Nigerians see you there. Do that across Nigeria, the north, the west, the east, the south. Do that. That's what a president does. You don't just sit down in Abuja there and then go to some pre-arranged event. You are the president. Yes, that's what you say you are. You grab it, you steal it, you are now trying to run away with it. After you say you are the president, then do the work of a president. Go and feel the people, feel the heat, feel the Nigerian people. Go to them. Just go. In fact, the primary schools in Nigeria, we should be ashamed of ourselves in that country. Those illiterate who call themselves who call themselves government. Go if you are proud. If you are proud, can you send any of your children or your grandchildren, those of you that are governing Nigeria, to any public school in Nigeria? Can you do that? Or secondary school? Can you send your family to any general hospitals in Nigeria and be sure that your family will be well taken care of? Can you do that? These are the things we're talking about. These are the issues. You are not proud to do any of that. Engage the people. If you are proud of yourself, tomorrow is the 29th of May. It will be exactly 1 year since this government, this president came into office. You have not attended to Nigerians once, one-on-one. I dare you guys tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. You can do a hush one. You can quickly organize it now. You still have time. Do that. Feel the Nigerian people. Talk to them. Hear from them. You need help. I'll just put it like that. You need help.
All right, Mr. Jonathan, round up in 2 minutes. I would like
Yes,
you
let
to
me
use your
round up.
2 minutes.
Thank you. Yeah, let me round. It takes an illiterate not to admit that he needs help. It's an illiterate that does that. If you are educated to a certain extent, when you need help, you will say, I need help. Say it. Even if you have to pretend, you need help. So that Nigeria can move forward and stop this rubbish you guys are doing at the expense of the Nigerian people, saying you are governing. You are governing nothing. Everything you have done in the last 1 year has been rubbished. Just hear that. That's just the truth. That's the honest truth. As they say, truth is bitter. That's the truth. You have done nothing to salvage Nigeria, to help the ordinary Nigerians, to lift ordinary Nigerians from poverty. You have done nothing. As a matter of fact, you have gotten them deeper into poverty. That's the truth. If nobody is going to tell you this government, hear it. That's the situation. That's the pulse of the country right now. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I'll leave it at that. That's my message. That's my message for them. This first year anniversary that they are celebrating. That's my own message for them. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, Mr. Jonathan, God bless you, sir. Thank you. And please, all the church ministry, pile up all this while you don't use them today. Thank you, sir. That was a wonderful submission. Guys, press on the like button. Let our voices go far. We have Oga Chris with us. Oga Chris, thank you for joining us, sir. Please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Good evening, sir. Ninja. Good evening, everybody on the panel with me. And good evening, people on the comment section. Happy 1 year of Tinubu's administration to everybody. Mommy Diaspora, good evening. Thank you for everything that you do. And the Lord will continue to bless you richly. Yeah, back to the people on the comment section again. I greet you all. You've all stuck around for this past 1 year. It has been a very daunting challenge. But despite the inadequacies of the government, despite the the pains, the corruption, everything. You guys have continued to believe in your country, and that's what every statesman should do. Thank you all. And Mr. Nanjawaj, special greetings to you. It'll be 1 year post swearing in. I remember that February election when that result was announced 4 a.m. We all went into depression, but we didn't give up. I think that's the most resilient strength that we have as Nigerians. We didn't give up. We kept on fighting and fighting and fighting. And I'm very sure, Mr. Nanjao, that most of us, maybe who could have fallen along the way, but because you come out every day, you kept doing this, despite the challenges, despite the pains, despite the disappointments, you've given hope to a lot of people. Like you said, if 50 channels all over the country can have this level of dedication, and I'm sure things will take a change for the better, because the really problem we have in our nation is that there are so many false narratives going on, and sadly most of these false narratives, they are coming from respected people. Just imagine if the likes of Wole Soyinka and other respected people across the different ethnic nationalities, across the different religious denominations in the country, if they can all come out once in a while, not even all, maybe just handful of them, if they can come out to control the narrative, I'm very sure that Nigeria will not be where we are today. Just take, for example, Mr. Anjao, like you have said here every time, only three celebrities, in my view, can change Nigeria. Only three. Because if you see these celebrities, they have millions and millions of followers, and these followers are just youths. Imagine if only three of these people speak to their followers, or they use their different social media handles to tell the youth to do the right thing. Just imagine what would have happened. But I don't know. We always have a way of excusing everything. We say that, well, I'm not into politics, I'm not into this, I'm just into entertainment. Who told you that? The lady that wrote Harry Potter, what's her name again? The British lady that wrote Harry Potter. When they were doing that Brexit, she contributed £1 billion, £1 billion for the UK not to leave Brexit, not to leave the EU. So that's how nationalists, that's how they behave. She is in literature, but she came into politics when when there was a need for it. Excuse me. So I think those are the kind of spirit we are lacking in the country, because when people are afraid to say the truth, that's when they pander to other sentiments. They want to tell you that you don't mix politics with religion, you don't mix. Whereas in everything we do, it is politics. Everything. Because if you have that's your so-called religion, if you have a bad government, you take just one bad leader to make one nasty decree, and at the end of the day, that religion, you cannot even worship your religion again in your country. Because we forget that even above the constitution, there are other things, there are other executive powers that the president could use. And we saw Donald Trump using a lot of those executive powers because he knows that if he takes some of these things to the parliament, nobody is going to listen to him. Now, if we have to x-ray the 1 year of Tinubu's administration, I think I would just follow Mr. Jonathan's last submission. He said it's total rubbish. And to me, that is how it is. Total rubbish. Because it usually staggers my imagination for some people to say that you cannot say the government failed completely, that it did some. If these people have actually been doing something, why are we still the way we are for the past 60 years post-independence? Why are we still where we are? So nobody can come and tell me that Tinubu has at least he don't try for a year. At least he don't try for a year. My argument is that every government since the 60s, they have all tried somewhere. Even IBB built the third mainland bridge. He built the largest estate in West Africa, the Gwarimpa estate. Abacha did some things. All of them. Buhari in his first term, he did something. all of them, they did something. That's what we want to see. But the truth is that it's either a leader has failed or he has succeeded. So far, so good. They have all failed. Let's not be cherry picking. It's either a leader has failed or he has succeeded. So for this past 1 year, I completely agree with Mr. Jonathan. It's utter rubbish, complete rubbish. I don't want to see the little gains he has made. Looking at the bigger picture, and that bigger picture is simple. The man has failed. And our leaders, they couldn't have gone so deep in their failure if not that they have people clapping for them. They have so many sycophants singing their praises when there's actually nothing to sing about. And again, far and beyond Tinubu, I think we as a people, we have to choose between good governance or ethnicity on one side and religion. Because if we look at the problem we are facing in our country, we have to speak the truth. It's about ethnicity and religion. Because you cannot tell me, I can't simply fathom why a leader of a church that controls hundreds of millions of people in Nigeria would be urging people to vote for the administration. I'm not even talking about Tinubu now, but the administration of Buhari, that Buhari is going to get it right. Even in 2016, when the dollar was going up and going up and going up, made promises that Nigerians shouldn't worry, that the dollar will come down. And his congregation, they ran with that. Until today, what do we have? Zero. Are these people, are they really men of God or God of men? They just come to the air and start spewing whatever they like. They know they have the control of the people, but yet they don't want to use that power to tell the government to change. Rather, they are even happy to have the nation the way it is so that they can have more members. They can have more people coming to them. I don't know, that's not what religion should be. That's not what spirituality should be. Then the next thing is ethnicity or tribalism or the region where people come from. In all sincerity, if we really have a regional government or every tribe have their own governing system, I'm very, very sure the kind of leaders that currently represent the people, they will never get anywhere near power, not in any stretch of any person's imagination. I'm very sure if there were to be true federalism, every region will want to present the best from their region and not just a carcass, somebody that's dead among the living. And that is how we've been mismanaging the country. You have the worst of us ruling the best of us. I'm very sure if we have regional government, this stupidity of a quota system, nobody will listen to that. Every region will want to bring in their best. But you have quota system. People use quota system to get admission. They use quota system to get job, and they use quota system to be promoted in every institutions across the country. And at the end of the day, you have the worst of us. Because of quota system, they become the leaders of the best of us. And yet we expect that our nation is going to, it completely staggers my imagination. The next thing is illiteracy. And this is the tactics of the North. What they do is to try and keep the people uneducated. And the South, down the South, they're also doing it in a different way. Because the system in the North is clear, it's oligarchy system. And imagine if the voters there, if they are as enlightened as the voters in every other part of the country, I'm sure some of these problems would have also been taken care of. Because the first thing that those guys pander to is voting for somebody from their side or somebody that speaks that's the same religion with them. Because those guys, they are so difficult to kind of convince. And moreover, the people, I don't really blame the people, not in any stretch of imagination. But I blame the leaders there because they have a way of making sure that the information that gets down to these people are filtered. The information are filtered. Imagine during the 2015 campaign, they were telling the common people on the streets there that Peter Obi is against their religion and he's trying to, he's against the North. If he comes, he's going to change everything that they believe in, which wasn't true. And you cannot blame the people for that, because these same leaders, they've made everything possible to ensure that these people don't get quality education. The vast majority of them, they make sure they cannot read and write, unless a select few in that society there. So if we must move forward in a country, we as a country, we really have to sit down and look back. There's no way we will not talk about the constitution of our nation if we are really sure of moving forward. A lot of people have submitted that even if Peter Obi comes to power, he's going to have problem, real serious problem. Of course he will. Of course he's going to. He will need the resolution and the strength of all of us. Stations like Nigeria Watch, he will need this kind of stations to promote the things he's doing. Imagine anything he does now, they take it and twist it, even the good things he's doing. To the extent the borehole he was sinking around the north, people said they were convincing their people there that it is water from a pagan. That was how bad that situation was then. That is how bad our leaders are. That is the extent they can go to align a good man. So the constitution itself has to be taken care of, even if we take care of all these, because I think Nigeria was making the point yesterday that even if you blame Tinubu for giving bribe, the election umpire, they have they have the option of saying they are not going to accept, but they refuse to. So we have to tinker with our constitution. See, today, the result that made Tinubu the president, over 30% of those results are still not uploaded in the INEC portal. Even the one that made Hope Uzodinma the governor of Imo State, 8 years is almost going. That result is still not on INEC portal. We have a constitution where a president can handpick who the INEC chairman is. You have a Supreme Court that can decide what's the final outcome of an election, and nobody can question. There's no stop gap to mitigate against such things. Imagine during the Supreme Court of Peter Obi's judgment, the Supreme Court, it wasn't even fully constituted. A large number of Supreme Court justices from the East were missing, yet they left it like that. The electoral laws have to be tinkered with. They have to be changed if we must move forward. This electoral law, the way it is still a time bomb. So that's what I expect the Labour Party and His Excellency Peter Obi to be fighting for. Instead of thinking of a merger. Is it that we didn't win that election? We did. And not just only winning, with a landslide. Imagine the damage that was done to Tinubu in the Southwest region. With all the rigging and everything, with how many votes did Tinubu win Southwest? And let's not forget, there are some states in the North that they gave as low as 10,000 to Peter Obi, 10,000 votes. Only 10,000 votes to Peter Obi in the North. And those results stood. Imagine if the full constituent of that result was released. Imagine the margin. It would have been a national embarrassment, national disgrace on the PDP and the APC and the owners of Nigeria.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much. And the ruiners of Nigeria that call themselves the owners of Nigeria. Imagine the electoral victory. It would have been first in history. So the point in all this is that we really have to stay focused. This measure of a thing, I don't subscribe to it in any way. because it's not the measure that's the problem. It's the constitution, the rules governing the conduct of elections, and the role that the court should play. If elections are not properly held, it's not for the court to declare people winners of election. It's for the courts to order that this election there are infractions. Are these infractions, are they enough to alter the results? If the answer is yes, then you order for a fresh election. And not just that, you bring the people involved to book. And look, we still have Mahmoud there. And we are running into another election. Before you know, that election will come, controversies will come, and we'll just forgot everything that happened to Peter Obi because there are new ones again. Well, in conclusion, I want to agree with Mr. Jonathan, who said that the past 1 year has been rubbish, and I both to add it has been utter rubbish, complete rubbish. Mr. Anjawa, thank you very much. I'm very grateful for the time you gave me. I know it's far more than 8 minutes. I'm very grateful. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Oga Chris. God bless you, sir. Yes, you talked for 16 minutes. You know, you see your minutes
Wow.
right there.
Yes.
So the reason why you guys have to talk much because we don't have much on the panel. People will come join henceforth from now, and I will come get for 4 minutes. Anybody will join right now, it's 4 minutes that we get. But nevertheless, we still have one person on the panel that needs to speak to us. Somebody were calling in earlier on. After this person speak, then I'll come to you. Mr. Zenith, it's good to have you on the show again, sir. Good evening to you. Please talk to us, sir.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Niger Watch. I hope you can hear me very well.
Yes, very clear, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I'm really honored and privileged to be among your midst this evening. My regards to everybody and all protocol duly observed. Based on what is on the headline, I believe that issue of Nigerian reacting to P2B major plan. First, I really concur with what Jonathan said that 1 year of Tinubu is totally failure. There's nothing to boast about it. Instead, Buhari took us back 30 years, but Tinubu took us back for almost 50 years. So based on P2B merger, I believe I listened to that interview. What P2B says that if he has people who have the same dream with him, he will merge with them. But if their intention is just to capture Nigeria and not for the masses, that he will not merge with them. P2B never said bluntly that he will merge with PDP or any other political party or any other individual or any other person. So I really believe and they really trust in what P2B said, because he said if they have the same goal and agenda with him, he was specific. He didn't just not say I will merge with anybody or anything. But the headline I'm seeing everywhere is they just twisted what he said, that he will merge with PDP. That's not what P2B said. And come to the video you showed early of Pastor Kumuyi saying that he's now in London. Personally, my own opinion, I believe that the problem of Nigeria is not ethnicity and the religion. The problem of Nigeria is the leaders that we have. Because when you say that, when you blanket it under ethnicity, all of us, Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, we go to the same market. We buy the same thing. In the market, nobody said that you are Hausa, I will not sell to you. You are Igbo, I will not sell cow to you. You are Yoruba, I will not sell cow to you. We trade. We buy the same thing. When we want to marry, Hausa person will marry Igbo woman. Igbo man will marry Hausa woman. When they entered the other room, nobody will say you are Hausa or Yoruba. Everything will go on smoothly. But when it's time for election, Somebody will tell you that I'm from Igbo, you are from Hausa, or you are from Yoruba. I don't think is our problem. P2B addressed the same thing in the same interview that people twisted, that he said that he will join, he will merge with PDP. He said that the problem is that most people don't have the capacity to do the right thing. So when they know that they are not qualified to do that thing, then when it's time for election, what they will do is they will try to divide people so that they can be able to take the opportunity. That's what he said. So our problem is not religion. If you know very well, during NSAS, all of us came together and we are one. During NSAS, Muslims, we are giving room to pray. Christians, we are giving space to pray. If you go to the north, deep down inside the north, you will see Igbos, they are there. It's not, our problem is not ethnicity. The problem we have is that 1 or 2 persons that they are not up to 50, they are paid. They will come online, push one narrative. We that know what is happening, that know that this is not our problem. We start saying, look at what Hausa man said, look at what Yoruba are saying, look at what Igbos are saying. We start fighting ourselves and then we go back. Once everything subsides, they will come and put another post. We start fighting ourselves again, they will relax. These people that are causing this problem, they are not up to 5 or they are not up to 50. During election, we saw what happened. Tinubu lost in Lagos State. Lagosians, they voted an Igbo man. Ethnicity is not our problem. They are just using it to ignite. How can you just, because of one tweet of somebody who is in his house, he said that Yorubas are wicked because of one tweet. Because of one tweet, you say that Igbos are wicked. One tweet. And that tweet they posted, they will try to make it have impression. It will go far, go viral. Okay, for instance, the interview of Wole Soyinka and that young man that did Wole Soyinka interview is from Anambra State. He's an Igbo guy, he's Anambra State. Then how can the interview, the media he used is not a popular media? How come the interview he did with Wole Soyinka went viral? Have you asked yourself that question? The interview he did with Wole Soyinka went viral. It was paid and arranged. Simple. The main issue is to say that Tinubu, P2B should not come out 2027. That's the main issue. Every other thing he said is added up. It was all set up. Both parties were paid. Wole Soyinka and the young man, they were all sorted out. And they boost, even Arise boost the interview. It was in headline everywhere. Have you asked yourself, all these things we are saying in Niger Watch, why haven't they picked something from there and put in headline? How many prominent men have you interviewed? Why didn't they take some of the interview we have done in Niger Watch and make it headline in newspapers? Why? Because it is not paid, it's not arranged. So they intentionally push the narratives they want us to fight ourselves on. And they will sit back and they are just playing us like a chessboard. And we are falling into what they are doing. I will personally suggest that if we can be more intentional in how we discuss what they say, and then discuss what we want to discuss. Because they are people they are dictating what we discuss. If we can turn the table the other way around and dictate what they discuss, it will go a long way to solve our problem. I want you all to know me like the person who keep on saying one thing, that's one thing that we need to know. The religious leaders are part of our problem, not religion. The religious leaders, they are part of our problem, not the religion. The traditional rulers are part of our problem, not our ethnicity and tribe. There are some countries that have more tribes than Nigeria. Malaysia have more, most country, they have more tribes than Nigeria, and they are together. They are forging ahead. They are achieving things. So I believe that why is it that the reason why religious leaders are part of our problem is that somebody will become a governor today or a commissioner today. He will go to church, Thanksgiving. The reverend father or pastor will make him an elder, make him chairman of the bazaar committee or anything. Why are you giving him chairman of bazaar committee? So that he will steal the money and come and donate. It's the religious leaders. You give him knight title and make him a chairman of one project, maybe women hall or whatever. He will steal the money from government and come and donate. When he come, you reserve a big seat for him in the front. You go to your sitting room, bring one cushion, this thing, keep in the front of the church. He will sit down there. What's the difference between him and others? Because he has access to public fund that he will loot and give you. Kumuyi is today based in Lagos, in London, but his money machine in Nigeria is printing. Tithe is going there. Everything is going. And some people still find it difficult to understand. I am a Christian and I know how I do my own things. I'm not blind one. So religious leaders are part of our problem. So if we want to take things seriously, we dedicate time when we will tackle religious leaders, tackle them, put them in their position. Bring out time when we will tackle these traditional rulers, put them in their position, set the narrative straight. Everybody should keep your denomination by the side. Let's tackle what is our problem. Because the last time I came, I sorry about how, I don't know how it went because I was on transit that last time. I was saying that we should be intentional in setting our narrative straight. Because if we go through our history, Zeke and the others that makes independence possible, about Macaulay, Abofomi Awolowo, Amadou Bello, Tafe Bala, they were all at their between 60s and 30s. Some of them are 37. Like Anehoro was around 37 before the the oldest among them was Herbert Macaulay, which was the oldest. Although he died before we get independence. But how do they make it possible? How did they make it possible? Because the way they achieved what they wanted. Zeke has invested in media and he, first of all, he has a media that boosts whatever that he's doing. Because he's trying to sell his own narrative. He was intentional selling his own narrative. He was a journalist, busy selling his own narratives. At the same time, he forms a political party. All these things are what we already have in our own generation. Because there's no point for us creating something that is abstract, that is within our own reach. West African Pilot, I think, is the media owned by Nnamdi Azikiwe. Later, he later formed the NCNC. But West African Pilot should be around 1930 something and NCC around 1940. These are the tools we can use to achieve what we want. Because if we continue to rely on when Nigerians come out and do protests, Zigs, they didn't come out and start doing protests. They first of all use media to sensitize people. So what I'm trying to, how can we use the media to sensitize people? That's what we should discuss. Personally, my own opinion anyway. If we can champion how, narrow it, fine tune it, how we can be intentional, use our media to sensitize people, then we start to set narratives, start to set what they will be discussing. We can bring other peoples to the table. We know other, because thank God for 2023 election. It helps us to know people who are for us and people who are against us. Because after 2023 election, 1 year has passed, people have moved to the other camp. So we can able to say, this person is for us, this person is against us. During 2023 election, there are some people that manage money. They come out and do make account public on how they spend the public fund. So we can be able to know these people can be trusted with fund. And this, so we already have bit by pieces of people around. If we discuss, we come together, we can reach out to them. Then we can start setting the narrative how we want it, because 2027 is coming. If we move into 2027 scattered and unorganized, we have the same result and the same outcome. Even worse will happen to us. Because after the presidential election, they grow wings. What will happen in Edo election will surprise you. The impunity that will happen will surprise us, because they have grown wind and they have known that nothing will happen, and they will do it, and believe me, nothing will still happen. You see Edo election coming up, nothing will happen. They will do whatever they plan to do with boldness and impunity. But the earlier we start, because when we come together, we can be able to demand a change in legislation that we want, that we pass before. Thank you for the time you have given me. I think with time I will be able to, we can be able to, although some of things I said, I will like if we can think about it, and see how we can make it come to reality. Thank you very much, Niger Wash.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for your wonderful submission. God bless you, sir. So those of you that came early got all those long minis. So we're going to start with the proper minis now for those of you that came late. So I'm going to start with Mr. Odua. Mr. Odua, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, sir. Please, you have 8 minutes to talk to us. Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Najawash. Good evening, all the panelists. Good evening, everyone listening and commenting. Well, as the reactions of the Nigerians towards obedience as the topic, towards obey negotiation with the PDP or whatever, I still stand on my ground. Peter Obi is not the one that formed Labour Party, he's the one that formed many people he will make alliance with. I prefer him making haste when the sun is shining. Now he can still select good people of Nigeria who really will the country to go forward or to be a better place. Form the alliance together, form a party and have a law that have no immunity. Because what keep people in Nigeria is immunity. When criminal in the office, he have immunity, but the conductor in the road doesn't have immunity. When criminal stole billions, that one is free to go. The one that stole gold will go and rot in jail. So I wonder the kind of laws which are called to those kind of people. Then, and we have those who call themselves professors or barristers or whatever, and they could not fight against such laws, and they want to come and benefit from such laws. So, well, for me, if Peter Obi really need the positions, the young Nigerians are there for him to have a party and spread the news all over the country between this year, so that we still have 2 years to prepare for the next election. But if he feel to say no, that is going to align with other people, well, it is his choice, because everyone has his own decision. But it will now less on the followers who want to follow him. How are they going to follow him? They will still follow him towards that way, or they will look for another alternative. And that is for that. Then for our brother who said religion is not the problem, I will support your area of view. Religion is not a problem, but borrow religion is the problem we have. because our religion was the one our father were using. Like yesterday, you see people we are talking about women nickel, women do this, women do that, women committing this, committing that. Most people, children now are no longer for them. This are what religion cause, the borrowed religion. Because our own religion, that is why in Edo, people, women of different type were afraid to marry our men. Because when you pass through some process, after you have married, then you can never try to open your leg for another man. Because if you try, if you are coming home, you will fall at the doorpost. If not that, you will throw away food at the doorpost. Many signs that will prove you that you have done such. But today you find people carrying different man children, with training 3 children, train 2 children, train 5 children in his own house, whereas he thought he was the father. I said the DNA. So because of this borrowed religion, it is where we are saying people are not educated. They are, when some think they are educated, that the other one are not educated because of borrowed religion. The Englishman think is the wisest. The Muslim, the Arab man think is the wisest. So because of borrowed religion, and it is what's lead to this borrowed language that we are using. That today no one value his own self because you want to speak a borrowed language. So you do not, your own become fake to you. Automatically, the person become fake by himself. So if you could not talk the borrowed language the way he want, or fluently, he thought, you are not this, you are not that. Because that is what borrowed can do to people. And it make them to look down on themselves. They become fake to themselves. The people that have this religion that we borrow today, it is their tradition. They know the way they follow it and obey to it. But you that borrow it doesn't know how to obey to it and to follow it. That is why your brother, who put himself in the position that is not the one teaching you the borrowed religion, lead you astray of it. I used to say, or I give example of it. I was worshiping at St. Joseph Catholic Church, First East Secular. Reverend Father Henry was a white man, I think whether from Italy or one of these Europe country. He was the one that used his own money, his own father money, to tie the church compound, put asphalt in the church compound. But this is a place you see Nigeria are collecting millions from people. They could not see anything to do with the money there. But a white man left his own country just to come and give you 1 year service or 6 year service or 8 year service, has to collect his father's money from his country to tie your own land. These are the people who hold the religion, who hold the tradition, because it's their tradition. So they know that it's benefit to people. You have it, you use it to benefit others. Just like when our people value our tradition, which is our religion. Steal of land, you don't find it. You can't steal another person's property. You are afraid because it was your religion. So you know the outcome, you know the consequence, you know even the religion yourself, you know the shame that you're going to have. So, but this borrowed religion, the person that, or the people that brought it to you came to steal, to destroy, to cause all harms. I wonder when Bible we are saying that shall not commit adultery. We know that these people were raping our sisters, our mothers, our aunties that time. That shall not kill. They were destroying our people. That shall not steal. They steal our own property. In the whole Nigeria, at least our own was the highest they stole. And this is the religious person is telling me he want to lead me to heaven. If the heaven is real, and I came to these people's land, they are resisting me. The people who raised me, who brought religion to me and said we are going to eat together, I'm in their land, they are resisting me. Then they used to, if it is truth, would they allow such religion to come to me? So religion is our problem. It's the one that enables those want to say, think only your own, that the other person is against you. The person that come to give them water now, they are telling them that it's Satan water. Is that no borrow mentality, borrow religion that caused that? And these are the same people who live in our side, and they are drinking the same water that we produce from our side. Well, because we produce it, it's not certain water. Person give it to them freely now. Religion, for borrow religion, giving them such mentality. So the leaders who follow another man religion, another man tradition known as religion, mislead you, just looking for a way to benefit from it. And if you still find the people that brought this Muslim to the answers or to the north, we are still foreigner, just like the way foreigner brought it to us. So it's still foreigner brought it to them. So all these people are looking for a way to oppress you, and you are answering Sasa under them, and you said religion is not our problem. Religion is a heavy problem to us. And that is why Kumuyi can tell you that vote Tinubu that God brought him, but he collect people money around to London. That's why Kumuyi told people, don't watch TV, it's a sin. But later, Kumuyi will show himself in television. And you who said don't watch television is a sin, you show yourself at television and you want people to watch you. Today, well, my brother, let me know too much. So these are what I have understand, I have seen. But those who want to follow them, it is their choice. For those who have ear, let them hear. The Bible in Proverbs 22 verses say, brought up a child the way it will go. When he grow, he will not depart from it. Since we have all been brainwashed and we are not following the way they brainwashed us, so that is what we are gaining from it today. That's why we lie, we steal the government, we do everything because we follow borrow religion and we are no longer afraid of our own religion. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Dua, thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your submission. We follow borrowed religion. We are ignoring our own religion. That's a strong message there. Anyway, I'd like us to move on. Everyone on the panel have given their submission. Before we have our final submission, I'm going to quickly appreciate Stephanie Ojek. Thanks very much earlier on for the super chat. And thank Chris Wango. Thanks very much for the super chat and the wonderful text attached to it. I'm grateful. Thank you very much. Okay, guys. Yes, we've managed to, even though we are not much. How many of us on panel today? 7 of us that came into the panel today, and all of us have managed to use long minutes. Even Mr. Odua that I gave 8 minutes managed to use 9 minutes, 9 minutes 36 seconds. That's fine. But now we're going to have our final submission right now. Our final submission with the people on the panel. I'm going to give you all 8 minutes. Our final submission. If you guys can talk, use your final submission to some of it to talk about those state governorship election and talk about your candidate. Speak about your candidate. If you want to lambast on that candidate, is your choice because it's part of election and yeah, you have to. But meanwhile, let me come to Madam Patricia. Madam Patricia, thank you very much, man. Please, I'd like you to talk to us your final submission. 8 minutes.
Okay, Elvis, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Very clear. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I don't have no much to say than Edo likes that they should vote for Mr. Paul Owoha Okunbowa because he's the man for the job. He's the man to unlock that key of prosperity and progress for Edo Lights and Edo States. Not Olumide, not Monday Okpebolo, not Aswen. So the right person that has given empirical details of how is going to turn Edo from consumption to production is Monday. It's Mr. Paul Okpebolo. Mr. Paul, what's his name again? Owoha Okunbowa. So all those other ones, that I've just mentioned that I said not them, they are not the ones. Because really and really, Mr. Jonathan made a very good analysis about them yesterday. He said, look, okay, if you look how many of the governors that are lawyers, we have a lot of them. So they are all these people in the law aspect of the land, lawyers, they are also the biggest problem that Nigeria has, because they've always been there fighting for political positions and all this and what may. But look at where they have brought Nigerians to. They are there to shop and clean out. That's what they are there for. So if I don't like, if you people really want prosperity and progress for your now and for the future generation, you have to make this wise choice of choosing Mr. Paul Owokan Opewolo. He can do it. He's young, he's hungry. Okungbowa, yes, sorry. Owokan Okungbowa is young, he's hungry to see the Edo lights, enjoying the full dividend of democracy. He said he was a victim of the system. So being a victim of the system, he has come out. Say he's not a politician. So he's not a politician in the sense that he's not coming to chop money, he's coming to work for you and to work for me. So I don't like made the right choice. Don't say, oh, nobody knows the party or whatever. It's not about knowing the party now. The ones you know, they failed you woefully. APC has failed, PDP has failed, and LP, with the confusion that is there, with all these shenanigans going on there, with all this buying of positions and all those, they are not coming to work for you. That should let you know they are not coming to work for you. So for me, I will ask everybody to vote for Paul Owokan Okungbowa, because at least he's coming as a neutral person and is giving us how he's gonna generate wealth for the state. He told us how he's gonna do it. He's looking inward, homegrown solution, not the ones that are going to be calling on come and help us. Go and be taking your generation to be borrowing money. We don't need that. If you cannot do with what we have, then you are not fit to lead us. You are not fit to bring us to that land of prosperity and progress that Edolite is so craving for. So, and these other three people, Monday, Okpewolo, Aswego Dalo, Olumide Akpata, none of them has the key. They don't have it. Their eyes are looking outside to go and borrow money and put you more in debt. But this young man is telling you, look, I'm going to do it because we have all it takes to generate wealth from within us. And I'm very sure that if he's given the chance, every one of us will be smiling. Edo will be that Edo of our dreams. So come September, vote Mr. Paul Owokan Okungbowa. That's what I would tell you people. So vote him, and you'll be glad you did. So thank you, Mr. Elvis. I'll let the other people also
Thank you.
talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mother Patricia. Thank you very much for all you do. All right, let me come to the next person, which was Mr. Jonathan earlier on. Mr. Jonathan, you have the floor. Your 8 minutes starts now. Final submission. No, say Doctor will not give 8 minutes for final submission.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis, and thanks for the good work you are doing. Thanks for your understanding, your
Thank you.
professionalism as well. I thank my fellow panelists and all those on the comment section once again, the callers. I greet everyone once again. I want to, yes, again, I will use this opportunity to project the candidacy of Mr. Paul Okugbowa of the YPP party. The people of Edo State, you don't have to even be living in Edo State. We all know the problems that the state is confronted with at this point in time. This is one of the most pivotal time for the people of Edo State, for Edo State as a state that is so vital in Nigeria. We know all the problems. Where do we want to start from? From dilapidated roads to degraded educational structure to poor medical and housing system. We can name them on and on. All of these things will cost money. We all know that. To revamp, to refurbish, to start new ones from the scratch, it all involves money, and a lot of it. It is not just by listing them alone that you are going to do it. All these things will cost money. Writing them on paper, outlining them at each and every opportunity, that will not cut it. Mr. Paul Okugbowa has the plan. This man of the YPP, the candidate of the YPP, the people of Edo State, you have a candidate in the person of Paul Okugbowa who has plans to raise money, generate money for the people of Edo State. Not just waiting. His plan is authentic plan. He will not just be waiting for every 26th and 27th of the month, rush to Abuja, send his commissioner of finance to Abuja, sign the paper document for federal allocation. That again will not cut it. The state must generate. He has plan. Paul Okugbowa has the plan to turn the citizens of Edo State to millionaires. You have it already. You have the capacity. And yes, I subscribe to it. Mr. Paul Okugbowa has implementable. These are implementable plans. One of them specifically is in the agricultural sector. He stated it clearly. These are plans, I subscribe to it, implementable plans that will immediately, they are not rocket science. It doesn't come with so many numbers. It's straight and direct. How it will make the people of Edo State to be in charge of their own destiny, exporting their produce to the outside world. These are implementable plans that he has. So the people of Edo State, you have a candidate who knows exactly what he's talking about. And as I said, his plans are implementable. Please, Edo citizens, you have a candidate in the person of Paul Okugbowa. His plans are all encompassing. He has plans to create jobs for the people of Edo State, job opportunities for the youth. He has specific plans for Edolite, both at home and abroad. These are plans that will attract indigenes, even those Edolites that are outside, to invest directly and indirectly in the state. He has a specific plan to set up a directorate of common sense. He mentioned it. It's as simple as that. No complication, no grammar. This is what we do in Nigeria very good. They do it very good. They will use grammar. Let's just say it so that the people will understand it very well. The people on the street, grammar. Don't let them use grammar. Call it what it is. Common sense. The women, the market women understood this very well when you tell them common sense. You will set it up, a directorate of common sense. directly in his office that will take ideas from Edolites, both at home and abroad, and all these ideas will be looked into. So that is government of the people. That is accommodating the people. It has one of the best plan that he has for the state in the area of education. That will also be a money generating plan in education. Hardly have I ever seen a candidate, a Nigerian politician, that will tell you he will generate money from education. This is novel. By exporting intellectual enterprise. And he stated it clearly how this will happen. It's not complicated because there are talented people in Edo State. Talented youth that their skill, their knowledge will be exported and they will begin to generate money, bring money to the state. It has a fantastic plan for the women of Edo State by using the women's sanitary strategy. And this plan is very simple. Again, it's not complicated. It's very simple. Everybody, any human being on earth can see it. You can generate nothing less than $20 million annually on this. It's not, you close your eyes and mention the number. The money is there on the table through the women's sanitary strategy. Set it up in Edo State. The money will be flowing in on a daily basis. They call it the women blood money. I would prefer to call it the women's sanitary strategy. So the people of Edo State, all I'm asking you is that vote for a candidate that has plan to bring money to Edo State. Don't vote for chop and clean mouth candidates that at the end of the day, you can only pursue them. You will never catch them. Vote for candidates that are accountable, candidates that will bring money to Edo State in the person of Paul Okugbowa. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I greet everyone.
Thank you, Oga Jonathan. Thank you, sir. Okay, let's hear from Mr. Zenith. Thank you, sir, for your time with us. You have your final submission now. Take it.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Elvis, for your time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Based on Edo politics, for now, I believe, because I was in background when Mr. Paul spoke of what he intends doing in Edo State. And from what he said, I really believe him, because for you to be in a business of running lesson program and other things, and you can brag that you never engaged in any malpractice, it's a big thing to say. And if you say it in the public in Edo State, people can confirm if you have engaged in malpractice or not. So it's a big something to say. And if it's true that he has not involved in any malpractice, I think he's the right person for Edo people. But what I really want to chip in, because I don't have much to say on Edo politics, is I think Edo people should be thinking of what to do to make the election worthwhile. Because during 2003 election, we are busy campaigning for P2B, and we believe that things that people we are dealing with are human beings without knowing the extent they are ready to go. So Edo people should also get ready for the extent these people are ready to go as well. They should be strategizing how to make their votes safe. If that is not done, all the effort will still, the same thing that happened in 2003 may happen. But I believe if people come out in mass and vote one direction or one direction and defend their vote, they will be overwhelmed that they can't do anything. So we should strategize on how to get people out to vote and how to secure their vote on that day and how to make sure that their vote counts. I think that this should be on the top in the scale of preference now in Edo State, because these people have Imo State election is a clear evidence that they have grown more wings and they are ready to do more. I think this is where the few I have to contribute when it comes to Edo State election. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Zeno. God bless you, sir. I appreciate your presence with us today. All right. Let me move on to Oga Chris. Oga Chris, you have your plan. You have your time. I know where Oga Chris one pass come so.
I know.
You want to scatter everywhere. Hey,
No. I know. Good evening, sir.
I dey wait for him. I dey wait for him. Make it try.
You want the way you want to scatter all of Fula, right?
Make it try.
Lady, I hear you. Nigeria, first of all, before anything, let me thank you again for giving me 16 whole minutes of your valuable time to speak to Nigerians. I'm very grateful for that 16 minutes. You know, that could have been two people talking, but that was me talking to Nigerians, expressing my view. And I'll just continue to talk to Nigerians, but now a subset of Nigerians, which is the Edo State subset. I think one thing we've all agreed on, I think we are all on the same page, even the people in PDP, that Edo State deserves better and that we need to do more. We've all agreed that the past government, they've all failed. So what we are looking at for now is somebody that can actually turn the trajectory of failed leadership to a different direction, not just only a different direction, but a positive direction. So we are just going to look at the indices that determines a positivity. And you know, the first thing amongst these is having the people in your mind at all points in time. No matter the level of plans, whatever you intend to bring, if you don't talk about putting the people first, making your government a people-centered governance that is based on social justice, anything that you do, eventually the pride of human will come in and will erode everything that it stands for. And that is why you can have countries, you have people take over power, dictators. You know, initially they come with goodwill. They are there for the people, but because they are not people focused, people centered, at the long run, they start to pursue their own personal ambition. And this is the difference Olumide Agbata brings to the table. He says that he is going to, despite the fact that he has his plans, but he said he was going to listen to the people and prioritize the people's needs according to the plans of his government. This is very vital and this is very crucial because you as a leader, you could have your plan, you could have all the blueprints, but the people could be in need of other things. I think this is the part where this last administration has failed. Because if you want to bring them to book, they will tell you that Obaseki has done so many things, revamping the civil service. These are just things that people don't see. What people are looking for is different, and what you are providing to them is completely different. And how did he say he was going to do this? First of all, he said he was going to have a state house of assembly that is completely independent of the executive, because it is through the instrumentality of the state house of assembly that the people can air their voices, they can air their opinion. For example, he could have a plan that he wants to build so and so, but that may not be what the people want at that time. It may not just be what the people want at that time. So he said he's going to prioritize social justice, and also he said he's going to ensure that education is taken to a whole new level. To ensure that the standard of education is such that any person in his government will not even think of sending his or her ward to any glorified private school or whatever they call them. that's going to ensure there is a standard, a minimum standard at every school in the state, not just in Benin City, but in every part of the state, Edo North, Edo Central, every rural communities. He's going to set a minimum standard. And he actually did that before this campaign. We saw that how many schools he renovated in Edo North. He took those schools to standard. That is proof, not just talk. Proof, 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 proof. Then the second thing he said he was going to do, he said he's going to hamper on infrastructure. And the basic infrastructure will suffer today in Edo State is the road network. We have the best of road network, which the Portuguese acknowledged over 400 years ago. But the problem is that these road networks, they are not being maintained. They are not being maintained. And the quality of construction, we've seen Nigeria Watch played various videos of the quality of construction of these road networks. And he said he's going to upgrade them and take them to standardized level, the type you can find anywhere in the world. Still talking about infrastructure, he also dwelled on power, because these are the key indices. It's not just about talking about you build this, you do that. If you don't have power, you cannot function as a society. Without power, there will be no energy to drive the society, and it is energy that drives the society. So you can dream of having 30 industries, 100 factories, but if there's no energy to power those factories, at the end of you cannot do anything. And he said he's going to ensure that we have not just power, but affordable and reliable power, because affordable is very crucial. Today, we can see people can go ahead. If you want to get 24 hours electricity, you can actually. Everybody can. But can we afford it? The problem is no. So that is the difference Olumide Akpata brings to the table. Then he also talked about security. We all know what insecurity has turned the state into. And Olumide Akpata has publicly said that he doesn't belong to any of these cult groups that they use to perpetuate their crime and their heinous activities. He has said it publicly in every forum. He said as long as it doesn't belong to any of these groups, he's going to make sure that he wrestled them to the ground. And moreover, the candidate of the YPP, he talked about 14,000 unpaid security personnel in the state. And we are increasing the salaries of those people that are working to 70,000. How many percentage of Edolites are those? Olumide Akpata is going to bring equity and justice in the area of insecurity. Make sure that he pays security staff and equip them to do their job properly. And again, he talked about economy and revenue generation. He said his own economic plan is to attract investments and foster entrepreneurship. It's not just about increasing the IGRA in the state, at which cost? Like I said before, the common bus driver in the state, okay, the common bus driver in the state pays over 200,000 naira every year without benefiting anything, no incentive. And through IGR, it says it's going to create numerous job opportunities for Edolites. Where the choice is yours, Olumide Akpata is the man. Vote wisely. Vote Olumide Akpata September 21. Thank you very much, Mr. Nigeria Watch.
Okay. Oga Chris, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Would have forgot beg me some of you now where they compare for now candidate for yes. See, I beg Nigeria will not sit down for fence, support us. You know, and I don't say if for sweet, just imagine say I did support one candidate openly for a year. Kai.
Just imagine say they support YPP.
Kai, just imagine, like I did, you know, for Peter Obi, I hear they talk here every day. Other voice, for hard though, it go hard. You know, but nevertheless, let it go on the way it is. Let's hear from Mr. Odowa. Mr. Odowa, please talk to us, sir.
And thank you. Yes, for me, I will like to say, as a father, I want all my children to eat. I don't want to cause argument, aggression, or hatred, or envy or jealousy between my children. So if I am in the position to say, I would have said all zone in Edo State has to be producing governor to govern the state, which the Edo has produced, the Afem I have produced, the Onwa which should be also ready, the Esa and the Banker. So that is my choice of the state. Now, the Exxon have asked for the position. So I will, all Edos should support them to produce a candidate. But it is unfortunate that the two persons coming out in Exxon now, well, let's say we are looking at the PDP because the APC, which they call a motor, as people must say, was sent to represent the ESA in Senate or the Edos in Senate. Instead of him fighting for us, he was fighting for his pocket, collecting 160 million SUV, and whereby the road to Ekpoma, from Edo to Ekpoma, or from Edo to Auchi, you can't pass the road. And this senator, which is known as Modeo Pebble, contesting as APC governorship, we are busy putting money in his pocket. So for that, a person could not fight for his development and say, you want to come and rule the state or lead the state. So it's not going area. And the same senator, when Buhari were destroying, the brothers were destroying people not to go to farm, you cannot travel from the road, the same senator could not talk. You cannot leave Ugbiyaya to Iruekme because of Buhari brothers. You cannot leave from Edo to Eho because of Buhari brothers. And this senator could not fight for his people. So for that reason, Edo people, if you vote such person, it is less for you. Then for the PDP, which is known as Aswell Irudalu, he make a statement which I take a little. He said his government will be for the Edo people. So he will put the Edo people in consideration before he take any decision. So for that a little bit, I check it. I said, okay, but I was not opportune to ask me a question, just one question. So for that reason, I have a little view on that. Then for the Labour Party, which is from the Edo that I came from, which you people can call the Benin City, I asked him a simple question. People are saying that he said he want to develop the state, he want to make economy, he want to bring infrastructure, he want to do this, he want to do that. Only one infrastructure that our Baba Ugbemudia has given to us is Okbilas May Factory, which they are co-business people known as Adasoshimole and Obaseki, who were former governor. Whether they sold it or they leased it to a Northerner, I don't know how they do it. We, the Edo, are looking for money, building houses. And we have the money to develop that Smith factory. Instead of them bringing us to unity so that we can put our money there, then they start selling our property. I asked our brother, as a lawyer, who know law, who know that anybody, if a caretaker sell a house of a landlord, the caretaker is a criminal and the person that bought that house is a criminal. I asked him, what will you do about this factory? He said, well, he will look into it. He's not aware of anything there now. He will look into it if it's opportune, if he's voted for. But he doesn't care who controls the property. That is where I see that there is no hope in this man. You should have care who control that property. The people you want to lead is the owner of that property. They're supposed to control their property. You as a caretaker, you will have care for them. But since you say you doesn't care who control it, so the Northerner can control it, the Westerner can control it, the American can control it, you are not care. It is only the tax they will be paying to your state, you are care. And if your people are controlling this thing, they will still pay the same tax and they will be making money from it. But you are not care to make money from it. You only care on the tax. So for that reason, and the same person is a lawyer. So for that reason, I never see anything hopeful to take from him, because it is one question I asked. And the same question I asked YPP, our brother, who's still from Edo, which I came from, known as Benin City. I asked him, what will you do with this Okpila Smith since he had been sold? And this, he said he did not know anything about it now, but if he has the opportunity, we check it and know how they did it. But there will be no reason that Edo people or Edo state government not being the one in charge of that factory, producing cement and selling for the 36 states. So you people have to put this in scale and wait by yourself. For a person who did not care, or for the one who said we should be the one producing cement for other people to buy, then you choose who you will vote for. The one who said we should be the one producing cement is YPP, is Okunbawa Owokan Paul, and who said he will generate money. So thank you. God bless you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Odua. This will be last debate. All right. I appreciate every one of you, my people. At least we conveniently achieve our 3 hours today. Conveniently. Yesterday we could not. Although we mentioned it that there will be some days that we cannot manage just 3 hours. Depend on the unforeseen circumstances or exceptional circumstances. That's what happened yesterday. You know, that makes us spend almost 5 hours. Yes, so in case it happens like that, don't blame anybody. It's a normal thing. If we have a hot topic, you cannot expect me to pursue everybody away. A lot of people actually came to the panel yesterday. Yeah, so but today now, everyone that came in today, 7 of us appeared on this panel, and we received about 5 calls or so, and everybody conveniently talked properly. So that's a good thing. So but before we round up, I would like us to listen to this particular video here. You know, just before I'll give my own final submission. Maybe some of you might realize that this is where our problem lies on. You know, because some of us are not seeing it deep. Maybe this video might make you to see better. Watch this.
Resources we have in our country is enough to take care of everybody in that country. We should not have a single poor person in Sierra Leone. But unfortunately, we are not given the free will to make decisions on our own mineral resources. There's always Big Brother who decides. And when you fight and say, no, we are not going to do this, they use the system to stop you. It's either they set you up with the opposition and they'll be supporting the opposition against you from the back, or they cause unnecessary chaos in your country so that you are not able to even govern your own people. They will do things to make you not to be functionable. And of course, any country that don't have peace cannot develop. You have to have peace before you talk about development. I'll give you a simple example about Sierra Leone. Every mining company that is in Sierra Leone today is owned by a foreigner. Every mining company. If it's not the Chinese, it's the American, it's the British. Our electricity, Bumuda, is run by the British, and we still don't have light. We're looking for light, electricity. If you don't have electricity, how can you talk about education? How can you talk about health facility? How can you talk about improving the infrastructure of your country? We don't have electricity. Now, do we actually even have proper water? Pipe-borne water, so that our kids will not be sick. We don't have those facilities. Why with all the minerals we have, there is a cap you put. Before my husband became the president of Sierra Leone was benefiting, they said, what's the word? 0.000.1%. What is that? Basically, a company can take as much as $100 million out of the country in terms of minerals, and then they can just give the country $10,000. Now, what will $10,000 do for our health system? What does $10,000 do for our educational system? And these are the things I believe that are stopping Africa from progressing. We don't have a say. The sense about us celebrating independence, I don't know why we celebrate independence, because we are not free. That is my own take. I'm not speaking also on behalf of the government of Sierra Leone, nor am I speaking on behalf of His Excellency the President. I am speaking as Fatima, as a citizen of a country who believes that things need to change.
Wow. When I hear that, when you don't have electricity, a country cannot move forward. And when there's no peace in the country, a country cannot move forward. And then too, why do we celebrate our independence when we are not free? It's this woman finished work for that video. Although she was actually talking because she's a Sierra Leonean, but she was speaking for the whole Africa. We are not free. We're in big trouble. Whenever general election is coming in Nigeria, most especially in the number one seat, these people up there work so hard to make sure that the person they want hold that office so that they can extort the country dry. That's why we are where we are. When we are fighting, we don't need these people. Some of you will be fighting us. Look where we are. You and I will grow. You'll be hating me, and all that will grow. Our time will pass. But look where we are today. I thought I should play that video for some of you. I don't know if it makes sense.
I beg tomorrow before people start to talk, play that video. Every day be playing this video, please. Not when finish before people start talking.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Anjarosh, can I just jump in, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, I am very happy that you emphasize electricity again. You see, this was what I just finished saying, and this is what I said Olumide Akpata said. How can you actually drive your society without energy? And I went on to talk about not just energy, but affordable energy. And this is a woman from a different clan altogether. It has nothing to do with the Labour Party, has nothing to do with Olumide Akpata. She just re-emphasized the same thing. That Olumide Akpata said, no matter what your plans are, if you don't have energy, affordable, if you don't have a plan to have an affordable energy that can drive all your plan, then it means you are going nowhere. And again, you see this lady also talk about freedom. And I also made it clear the other thing Olumide Akpata talked about, that is going to give power back to the State House of Assembly so that the people can express themselves and say what they actually want. And that is freedom. It's not for a government to just wake up and start bringing policies that are not people-centered. The policy might be good, but is it what the people are currently in need of? And lastly, this is how first ladies talk. Because for some of us that always look for a way to make excuses for these our leaders, yesterday it was very clear that we needed to criticize the wife of the president. It has nothing to do with culture. Look at what First Lady is talking about. He understands politics. Not that he give First Lady opportunity to talk, they start looking for who to blame, who not to blame. Focus about people on their addressing. Are those the problem the nation is suffering from at this time? Well, thank you very much. I rest my case.
Thank you, Oga Chris. God bless you. I can see Madam Luke.
Mr. Harris, please, if I may just add something. But the first lady that spoke yesterday, she didn't just speak out of the air. She spoke because she was in a fashion parade. So that was in line in view with what was presented to her at that place. That's why she spoke. So she wasn't just speaking out of the blue. So Let's get that.
Yes,
Thank you, Mama. Mama, I will say something here. Mama, I will say something. Because the first lady is even ignorant of our own culture. Because our culture, we are never putting no cloth before the white man came.
see, Madam Patricia, you see, this is exactly what I was trying to talk about.
That is not correct because
Madam,
Very
that
correct,
was
ma.
not exactly correct. No,
There is
the whole
what we
nobody was putting on cloth.
Madam Patricia, see, we have to get this thing clear. I understand that she was in a specific event, a specific occasion was going on. But the question is that, are there no other specific things happening in Nigeria that she could talk about? That is my question. We have to get this clear. See, just last week, some people in Niger State, when the Minister of Women Affairs talked about underage marriage, they forced her to withdraw her statement back, and the Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria actually did to satisfy this set of people, and nobody spoke. There's underage marriage happening every day. We can see
thank you,
we
Baba
see
Christ. I
kidnapping.
will still
We
tell
see
you that
kidnapping. See,
Baba
the
Christ.
number of the number of kidnappings that are being reported, you can't believe. Just 2 or 3 days ago, another 500 people. These are events happening every day. Which one
Not
has she
2 days
spoken
ago,
about?
today. I reported many kidnapped today.
And again, this woman we are talking about, she was able to call out the so-called what do they call them, colonial masters. Do you think Tinubu's wife can be able to do that and look at these British people in the face and tell them that they are part of the problem we have in our nation? So if you are talking about contest, there are so many contextual issues that she should have talked about. That is my argument. And I said yesterday that the message is spot on. But as long as it's coming from a person like that, irrespective of the occasion, please, I'm not going to listen. Because these people, they know exactly what to do to free everybody from this problem we are facing. But yet they are looking the other way, and they are focused on people that are not well dressed. Between being well dressed and being a wife of a drug baron, which one is worse? Between being well dressed and between stealing the votes of the people, which one is worse? Those are the things. See, these are things that are happening every day, just like that occasion she went to. Why is she not speaking up? That is my argument.
Baba Christ, I want to say something also. You just mention one thing and say underage marriage. It is this same white culture who told us underage marriage. There is nothing like underage marriage. The time of my own father, my father, not my grandfather, the day that a child was born, that is the day he married. The time of my father, my biological father. So what is underage marriage?
Mr.
I'm not in support of that, I beg.
I'm not in support of that, Oduwa. Maybe not for your family for the happen. Not for my
Madam, if you are a dope person, I want to ask you.
Oduwa, please.
I want you to explain the meaning of Mama. Explain the meaning of Ayabwerangboto Yohoninobiye. Tell it to us the meaning. Ayabwerangboto.
Mr. Dua, please, what you are saying is completely different. We understand
it is marriage. It is marriage.
Mr. So, wait, we understand that in some culture, when children are born, that was those days. You know, one family, they can start kind of, how do they put that in English? I wouldn't know the exact word. You know, you kind of paying homage to the other family with the hope that their daughter will be your wife in future. Not having carnal knowledge with a girl, 12 years old girl, start having children. That doesn't happen anywhere in Benin culture. Nowhere. You have 12, 13 years old children all getting married every day. You have the people that threatened this woman. She couldn't say anything. They didn't say anything. And yet they are focused on people that are just dressing. And what? If that word had come from a different person, I would have applauded that word. But not from somebody. There's moral decadence, moral standing. They don't have it. They don't have it. It's like the rigor of our election, Mahmoud, will come out and be preaching free and fair election. Then you expect me to say, this man is saying a good thing. Then at the end of the day, we'll go and do the opposite. Is it not the same man? Look at what he said at Chatham House, and he came home to do the opposite. So when these people are talking, the message is as important as who is delivering the message. This woman is the first lady. She attacked everybody in the society, everybody, even foreign powers. That is how people should speak. That is how, see, when people talk like this, you know that they have nothing to hide. You know that they don't have bank accounts in those foreign lands. You know that these foreign people, they don't have any record of their wrongdoings. It is only leaders that have stained themselves that will come out and be talking with their true side of their mouth. That is why somebody like Peter Obi, when he was leaving the UK, do you know he had to go and drop his permanent residence? Gave it back to the British people that he was leaving. Oyibo people say, which kind of person be this one? If it were to be a lot of people are doing different magic to obtain citizenship. But even if he had left, he could have allowed that paper to be running. That at the end of it, they will get British citizenship.
Thank you.
But he dropped it. Thank you so much, Mr. Nanjao.
Let me take this call. Thank you. Madam Origin, thanks for calling back again. Please quickly talk to us, man.
Hello,
2 minutes.
Mr. Nanjao, just a quick word. Mr. Odua, I'm coming after you direct. I'm not going to, all protocols aside, I'm coming after you direct. I've listened to you several times, and you're talking about religion, how you have your religion. Let me tell you direct, you have no religion. And we have traditions, we have our cultures. Everything called religion is man-made. Now, let me call you back a little bit. If you believe, personally, I believe I'm created in God's image. I am not an animal. I am not ape. I'm not anything else that people call themselves. So I base that on how I address myself. And as a human being, there are fundamental principles that govern life and living. When you look at it from the standpoint of, where you came from, that will help you really narrate and navigate how you think or how you process. Everything religion is man-made. Let us think anything that is respectable, anything that have morals, everything and anything that have integrity, everything and anything that has decency to it, I think that is what you accolade to your person, humanity, and all those created in God's image. Anything outside there is man-made, corruption, evil, and all that is going on around us. There was the man that said something about, he said clearly, religious leaders, traditional leaders, political leaders, the people that are leading the people are the ones that are causing all this mayhem. There is nothing in humanity that directs us to what is going on today, religion or not. I'm not processing, I stop it there, but I want to correct you on one thing. Don't bring in things that is going to cause people to begin to ask, where is this man coming from? Think about that. Thank you, Mr. Niger. God bless you.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much. All right, I guess we can round up the show right now. We're already 3 hours. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate you all that came to the panel once again. Mother Patricia, thank you very much, I appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you, Mr. Oduwa, Oga Chris. Thank you, Mr. Zenent, for your time with us earlier on. We have Black Panther on the phone. Black Panther, we don't close. Why you they call this time now? We don't close.
Hello.
We don't close, Black Panther. We don't close. Eh? You they watch since Abi. Why you call the call now when we don't close? Why are you breaking the rules?
I promise you one thing. This promise is not go fail. If I enter London, you know go run one show that they are going to disturb you. You will call police for me.
I'll lock myself for inside my office now.
It's not me now.
I bet talk to us. Must you call this time? Eh? Talk to us.
I wanted to call because I want to start listening to people, and some kind of when I listen, there's something that scratch my ears. that thing that scratched my head that is wrong that Mr. Odua is saying and Madam Patricia. You see, Mr. Odua, I want to address you. Go and check the history of Africa and modern history. Put it together. There's never a time that thing you have mentioned because it's an aberration to humanity. That's why I don't want to mention it. So that thing has never taken place before. Go and check before even before they started Islam. Go and check it. It has not been existing before. We can talk about it when you are up to 16, then you can start talking. But at a very young age, like that, it has never happened before. It is these people that brought it and they started doing it. And if you go to other Islamic states, they don't do that anymore. And I want to go to Madam Patricia. Madam Patricia, look, you see, sometimes you don't have to just, when you listen to them and you think their words are straight. No. This woman does not have the moral right to speak on that issue that she has spoken on. Despite you gave her the topic, she can coin the topic around and speak on other things. But she doesn't have the moral right. All what she was doing was distraction. It's trying to distract because the person that have aided and abetted the crime, such as drug, does not have any moral right to speak on morality anymore. A person that said, if these people are going to take over their property and take over their wife, does not have any moral right. You don't need to think about that person because the right to speak on that issue has been taken up by the antecedent. So, Madam Patricia, don't even talk straight on them because they have no moral right. Thank you, Nigerians, for giving us a good platform to speak. And I want to say, God bless everyone of us, all the patrons that are speaking. We are listening to it because we decided to listen today so that we can hear the issues. And the issues of those things, please, let us, I will speak on that tomorrow because there's a plan on ground now that they are doing. And I will speak that,
Okay.
expose that plan tomorrow when I speak.
Thank you, Agberangbiri. Thank you. Yes, my name be that. Now only him be that person for this platform. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you. So the people on the panel, I appreciate you all once again. Those of you that supported those two of you today, Stephanie, Ojek, thank you very much, Chris Wango, thank you very much. Somebody sent me support on my PayPal. I don't know if it's private, but I'm sorry if I receive money. I like to say it, most especially from PayPal. I like to talk about it. Eze Shigbo, thank you very much, sir. I got your £10 from PayPal. May God bless you. May pocket never run dry. Thank you, sir. Then I'd like to appreciate those of you on the comment section. Mother of all mommy diaspora, thank you very much, mommy. Appreciate you for all you do. Always, always, always. Thank you very much, Gospel Music. Abu Azi, thank you, sir, for being there, for all you do. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Patience Yaruwa, thank you. Riomi Abdul, thank you. Stella Masewando Francono. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you. Madam Luke, thank you very much for always being there, putting your voice there. Madam Luke, now one person, even though all of her they talk go lefty, she don't want to join that left, she's not interested. So I've lived on this platform to understand this woman. So you have to just accept her. She's not interested. She will just say it how it is. Yes, normally in life, you should accept people to live their life. We cannot impose our lifestyle on other people's life. So yeah, because you check the world that we live, that many of us are living for people because most of the things or decisions that we are taking is based on what will people say, what will people say, what will people say. That's how my own statistic, though, whenever I give statistic, here's mine. 80% of people in the world, not just Nigeria, are living on people's what will people say and all that. So people's opinion, you should live your life and don't care what will people say about you. I appreciate you all, my people. Thank you so much, Bryce Strasser. Thank you. Madam Amen Bright, thank you very much, man. I can see you right there. Good evening to you. Rosie Ayosh, thank you. And many others that joined us today. Mother Tammy, it's good to hear from you, man. It's been a while. Thank you very much. God bless you. I appreciate every one of you. Dr. Happy Life, thank you. Gospel music once again, and many others. We've come to the end of the broadcast, my people. As you all know that our new rules is 3 hours, but don't worry, you're still going to be getting that 6 hours sometimes, depend on the topic. We'll just let it flow, but sometimes you see this one is beautiful. Now our panelists were not pressured to quickly speak and talk. They got enough time to talk on the topic presented to them today. So that is also useful as well. So if not only 5 people we get, 6 people we get, so the panelists will have enough time to talk and utilize that time to that 3 hours. So when it's busy, not easy. My hand, they pay me for a year to they put people in, remove people, do this, do that, talk, everything, multitasking. It's not easy. You're the worst from this time. You think say easy like that, not just too easy like that. But nevertheless, I appreciate every one of you that is encouraging me to do what I'm doing here every day. And God bless you, my people. Thank you very much for your prayers, for your good comment, your kindness, your support, your financial support, your time with us on the panel, everything you're doing to move the platform forward. And God bless you now. And everything that you're doing to see Nigeria work and become better in our time. And God bless you now. Thank you very much, my people. My last statement for this broadcast is I'm praying and I'm hopeful Peter Obi doesn't merge with anybody, to be honest, because even though me myself say I go support him, for example, Peter Obi go still collect basketballs. I know what I'm saying. I'm not saying because I'm not a pastor, I'm not listening to me until it don't happen. So I don't want my principal to merge with these people because, if you say me look and well, people will destroy us, will put us for where we did today, and APC and PDP. If you know saying a lie they talk, you can continue to argue with your keyboard. Now I enjoy my own cutting. Good night, my people, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.
I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love. Go to biza. Kama bara wa lo nínú ìfẹ́ kan akanbi. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love. I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo nínú ìfẹ́ kan. But I know they do competition with anybody. Forgive me, show me love, I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo nínú ìfẹ́ kan. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo nínú ìfẹ́ kan. No, they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Tó bá ti sanwó fún Ṣẹ́gun Nàbí o, ẹ fẹ́ jókù. Alákọ̀bí Ṣẹ́gun Nàbí. Alákọ̀bí Sábà Mẹ́la. Anybody? Any bobo. Anybody? Mo ló ń folú, ó gbà mí bó ṣe rí mi, láti kíníṣí délé mọ́ra ń fọdún ẹ jẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ délé òde